Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we are gonna be continuing our team C's game. So I just made one extremely small change. So over here I just added here we added in this much in the last video. I just added this minus 32 over here, which is half the size of the player, so that the cursor will be kind of in the middle. As you can see, initially it was like at the end of the player, so which was not that great, so that's why. So as you can see, now it's a lot better. Now we first need to implement boundary checking. Actually, I don't think boundary checking is needed for this game. Now let's actually implement let's try to implement a line that is drawn from the player to the Y position of the mouse. That's actually a little bit difficult since I haven't done something like this before, so let's try. So let's creating the fishing oops uh, fishing line. Okay, why isn't this happening? All right, there we go. So you can just say fishing uh, trash fishing line, trash underscore fishing underscore line is equal to pygame dot draw dot what is it? I don't know. Line. Okay, so it's surface color, start pause, and end pause. That's pretty good. uh, Alright, so the surface is obviously gonna be the screen. The color, I'm gonna keep it red in color. You can obviously keep it anything else. So now we can just define red over here. So I'll just say red is equals to 255 0 comma 0. Now we need to determine its start pause. So the start pause of the line will be the player dot y. The end pause of the line will be mouse underscore y mouse pause, and the width, let's just keep it 10. All right, let's just keep it 10. All right, now why is this okay, why doesn't this work? Y mouse pause, that's correct. All right, there we go. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, invalid start pause argument. Hmm, why is that invalid? Maybe like 10 and 10, I don't know. What? So we basically need just to, oh, okay, I think we need to put it in these brackets, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think that is the case. Let's try it out now. Okay, invalid end pause argument. Hmm. Oh, okay, I get it. So it's like something like this, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm basically figuring this out with you guys. So it is taking a little bit of time for me to do this. Okay, let's try this out now. Okay, now, okay, there we go. As you can see, we have this line showing up. So we do know that it's working. So the start pause is the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So this will be player dot x, player dot y, and this will be x underscore mouse pause and y underscore mouse pause. I think that is it. So we should have this. There we go. As you can see, we have this dynamic line. It doesn't look that good, but you know what, it works. So yeah, all right, cool. So now that we have done this, we need to actually do now we need to actually, just a second guys, I'll be back. All right, so okay, so over here we are currently, as you can see, the line is actually being what do you say, it's being drawn kind of at the back, and that's because the way Pygame draws, it's like the top left corner. So we just need to subtract 32, which is half the size of the player. Maybe that, or maybe we'll have to subtract something more. Oops, okay, that didn't work at all. I think at 32, I don't know, I'm basically experimenting it. All right, let's try this out now, but we do know that the line is at least working. There we go, that's exactly what we want, as you can see now. It's perfect. Awesome. So now we need to actually do one more thing over here. In the instead of 32, I think we will go 50, because we want it to kind of emerge from the fishing line, so that would look a bit better. So that's why, yeah, kind of like this, as you can see. Okay, but it's getting kind of tilted, I guess. Yeah, it's getting kind of tilted. So instead of having it like this, I think I'm just gonna go 32. And I will also just decrease it, and I'll just make it 5, because I don't want an extremely thick line, because you know it was getting kind of pixelated. So as you can see now, we have this line, so you can kind of grab this trash easily. It's kind of cool, as you can see. Okay, I just quit Google Chrome since we figured it out by ourselves. So there we go. So as you can see, we have this line in place, which is exactly what we wanted. So this will kind of act like the fishing line. Now this won't have any purpose. This is just for so it looks good. This does not have any purpose whatsoever. So yeah, and you know what? Currently the line is starting from the top of the player, like from the head of the player, which is not looking kind of good. So I'm just gonna add 32 to it, so it kind of starts from the body of the player, because it was looking kind of weird at that time. There you go, that's exactly how we want it. So as you can see now, it's kind of starting from here, so which is looking kind of good. So now we can actually grab this trash, and that's exactly what we want. So cool, that's pretty cool. So now we have our trash fishing line, which is exactly what we wanted. And we literally just needed to write this one line of code for it. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to check if our mouse has collided with any of the trash, which is extremely simple. So I'll just say collision logic. I'll just say define is underscore collision. I'll just say uh, I'll just say now, since it's the mouse, I will just say mouse underscore x, mouse underscore y, trash underscore x, and trash underscore y. And then we will just use the distance equation to calculate the distance between two coordinates. For that, we will need the math module. So we can just now import that, and we can just say math.sqrt, math.pow, so math.pow, mouse underscore x, minus trash underscore x raised to the power of 2, plus math dot pow, mouse underscore y minus trash underscore y raised to the power of 2. Alright, I think that's exactly what we want. And then we can just say if the distance is less than or equal to less than 27, we want to return the value true. Otherwise we want to return the value false. Cool, so that's exactly what we want. And there you go, that's basically all we need for our collision function. So now let's actually implement that collision, and it's actually incredibly easy. It's actually not that difficult. So we only want to check for the collision when we are actually clicking our mouse button. So for that, so let's actually do that. So we can just say left, center, right is equal to 0 0 0. So I know this doesn't make any sense right now, but it will make in a second. So now we just want to check for the mouse event. So for if event dot type is equals to pygame dot mouse, what was it, mouse button down. So I'll say left, center, right is equals to pygame dot what was it, mouse dot get underscore pressed. And if you see, if I just do that, okay, does this take any parameter? I don't think it does. So if I just say print left, you will see what happens. So if I just run this program again, and if I click on my right arrow button, it's returning false, 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 false. And if I click on my mouse wheel, it returns false. But if I click on my left mouse button, then as you can see, it returns true. So that's exactly what we want. So now it's checking which mouse button we are clicking. So now if it's the left mouse button, it returns true. So now if we can just say that if left is equal to true, so if we are clicking on the left mouse button, then we do want to do something. Okay, what just happened? All right, so we want to check that if we are actually clicking on the left mouse button, then we want to do something. In this case, we want to check if there is a collision, and for now we will just say that if there is a collision, then we just want to do something. So we can just say for I, actually for this I'm just gonna put it in a try and except block, and just say try pass except uh, exception as e rent e. And you know what, I think we can actually not put this into the self statement, so just so that the code looks a little better. So I'll just say trash removing logic, and we can just put it in here. So if left is true, what we want to do is we want to loop over this trash and we want to check if any of it has collided. So we can just say for I in range trash, and we can just say collision is equals to is collision, and we can just say now in this case it will be x mouse underscore pause y underscore mouse pause, and it will be final underscore trash I dot x and final underscore trash I dot y. So that's all we want. Then we can just say that if there is a collision, we want to do something, right? So if there is a collision, okay, I didn't spell that correctly. If there is a collision, we just want to print collision. So yeah, let's just print that out to the screen. So if we do that, okay, this isn't working. Wait, let me save the thing and run it again. Maybe that was the issue. Okay, there we go. So we are getting collision. I think the main issue is, yup, I get it. Okay, I think I've implemented the equation incorrectly. That's the reason. Because I think I've messed up something in the equations over here. Maybe that's the reason. So let me just open up Google Chrome and let's just search distance between two coordinates formula. Okay, why is this all messed up? Formula, there we go. Distance between two coordinates formula, minus and plus in between, minus and plus in between. Okay, the equation is correct, that's good. So why is this messing up? Well, you know what, instead of actually doing something like this, instead of actually what do you say, we could draw a rectangle around each of the trash piece and we could just use collide rect. Even that's something that we could do, because right now as you can see the collision system isn't that good, it's kind of messed up. If you see, it's like we can only do it. I think I'm getting the thing. Okay, I think I get it. Wait a second, I think I got my mistake. I think I got it. uh Let me comment out this code and let's try now. Okay, that's a bit of a thing because I thought that maybe this line would be coming in between, that's why. But no, that's not the case. Okay, so what is the reason that this is so bad? You know what? I think I'm just gonna draw a rectangle around it. Screw it. I think that the collision system is incredibly bad. Instead of that, we can just draw a rectangle and use collide rect. I think that's a lot better in terms of this. So this code will go right now. We'll just put a pass over here. All right, there we go. For now it will just be a pass, we will mess around with it now. So we want to draw a rectangle around the mouse coordinates. So we will just say mouse underscore rect is equals to pygame dot rect. We don't want to draw the rectangle, we just want it to be there. So what are the parameters that it takes? Okay, so I will have to actually look at that. So left, obviously the first parameter will be the screen. I think I'm just gonna pass it the color parameter. Actually, I don't think it even takes the color parameter. Okay, does it even not take that? Okay, so it's expected type union rect float float. Hmm. Oh, okay. I think it only takes the So I think it only takes the width, height, x and y. So let's say x underscore mouse underscore pause, y underscore mouse underscore pause, and I will just make it 32 by 32. I think that works. I hope so. Okay, so I think it is working, but so I think it is working, which is pretty good. So now you want to draw a rectangle just like this, but we want to draw it around. We want to draw this rectangle instead of around the mouse. We also want to draw it around the trash, which is also pretty simple to do. So basically, what I'm gonna do is over here and rendering the trash. Hmm. Okay, how do I want to do this? Actually, I think I can do it over here only. So I can just say trash underscore rect is equals to pygame dot rect, and here the parameters that I'll pass it will be actually we will need to put it in this for loop. I'll just put this in there, and the parameters that this will take, and actually we will also need to make the R capital. So the parameters will be final underscore trash I dot x. Now why is it all in this color? I don't know. Alright, there we go, it's gone. So then we can just say final trash x, final trash y, and 64 by 64. So now we can just say uh, trash underscore rect dot collide rect, and the rectangle that we want to check if it collided with is the mouse underscore rect, and we want to just store it in a variable called collision. So if there is a collision, we just want to print collision. Awesome, there we go. So now let's just run this program and see if it works. Hopefully it will. So it does print collision, 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 collision. Awesome, it's working. Yay! I'm so happy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So like obviously we aren't disappearing the rectangle from the screen or doing anything fancy, but we do know that the collisions work, which is something that I wanted to see. So yeah, so basically all we are doing is we are just drawing a rectangle, and I'm just gonna make a comment over here. Drawing a rectangle around the mouse to check for collision check for collisions. So yeah, that's basically all we did. Didn't take us that much of time. Like I was expecting this to be a bit more difficult, but it turned out to be incredibly easy. So yeah, that's good. Even so, yeah. Alright, so currently we're just printing out collision. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of that element from final trash. Now that's, I think, gonna be a little difficult. So I'm just gonna try it out. So I'm just gonna say, actually no, instead of that I'm just gonna say, if there's a collision, I'll just say final underscore trash I dot x is equal to some huge number. So okay, why is that? Okay, there we go. So I think this should do the trick. So now if I just collide, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. And as you can see, this game is working perfectly. So yeah, there you go. So we are basically just sending it over here. Awesome. So that's exactly what we wanted. Cool. So now that we have done that, we need to actually print out our score. So whenever something like that happens, we want to increment our trash collected counter. So that there's some sort of an actual system in the game that awards the person. So let's do that now. Now that's also gonna be pretty simple, since literally we will need like only a few lines of code to do that, and it will also be incredibly simple, something that probably everyone would have done. But like I don't really remember the code to do that, so it's gonna take me a second to figure out. But you know what, I'm probably just gonna Google it up. Like I do know an incredibly good GitHub repository which dealt with that, so I'm just gonna use code from that. Like I'm not gonna bother doing it on my own. uh so yeah, I think I'm just gonna go over here, coding made easy, and I'm just gonna say space invaders, uh wait uh GitHub, and I'll just say space invaders, this one. This repository, like I do know this repository, and as you can see over here, it has this fonts in it. So I'm basically just gonna take this and use it over here. So I'll just make a comment creating the fonts, paste that over here, uh, trash removed, and we can just say trash removed font, and I'll just say trash remove font X, and I can't bother myself to write that entire thing again, so I'll just do this. Cool. So now we need to blur it to the screen, and I do know that it was done right over here. Awesome. So I'm basically just reusing this. Pretty cool. So I'm just gonna take that and put it in there, and it was trash removed font over here. So trash removed, so trash removed is gonna be equal to the trash removed over here. Awesome. And this will be removed trash removed trash. So now we can just say show removed trash amt. I'll just call this function over here with the, what were the parameters, trash removed x, something like that, trash removed font x. Oops, hey, why is this happening? Trash underscore removed font x, and trash underscore remove font y. Let's just hope that this works. Alright, there we go. We have this trash removed. Now I want it to be black in color. So the way we do it is incredibly simple. I will just go over here and define a new color, black. Black is equals to 0 comma 0 comma 0, and I will simply just what was it, where was it, yeah, here. So as you can see, it's 250 by 250 by 250 by, so we can just say black over here, which is 000. So now if we just run it, uh, as you can see, now it's black in color, which is incredibly good. Now obviously it's not incrementing, which is something that we want, so let's do that now. So to do that, all we need to do is we just say, what was that variable name, trash remove, trash underscore removed. Okay, we need it to be in small letters. Trash underscore removed plus equals to 1. That's literally all we need to do. Pretty cool, right? So we can just do that, and as you can see, it is working perfectly. That's pretty cool, right? As you can see, now it says 20 and we have no trash. That's pretty cool, right? So yeah, we have got the removing trash functionality in place, and because now we don't even need the math module, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now we have the trash remove functionality in place. So now, what do we need to do? We need to have a main menu. We need to have like a game u1, something like that. So let's actually add that. So we want to add a game winning message, and we only want to blend it when a person removes all of the trash. So we can just say game underscore win underscore font, and it's basically just gonna be this thing. Yeah, and instead of, and this will just say game font X and game win font Y. And instead of being at a 1010, X will be width over 2 minus 100, and Y will be height over 2. So in the middle of the display. So now we can just basically just copy this function. We will mess around with it a bit. Game underscore win, we can just say win underscore msg, win underscore msg. We can now just get rid of all of, basically most of this code over here, this much we can get rid of. And we can, okay, what just happened, 1 second. Okay, we just do this. All right, cool. And here we can just say u1, the ocean is clean. And now we can just say game win, and we can just split it over here with game win font X and game win font Y. Okay, why is this? Okay, there we go. You won the game, the ocean is clean. So now we do have it popping up, but we don't want it to show like the whole time, right? We don't want that. So the way we do it is actually incredibly simple. So we can just say we only want to blit it once okay. So we only want to blit it once all of the trash X is equal to this number, which is incredibly simple to do. So we can just say for I in range length of final trash, if final, okay, so we want to check the ith x element of each of the elements of final trash, and we want to check to see, and we want to see if each of it is equal to now that's actually a little difficult to do, because I think we can work with this. I think we can. So if final trash I dot x is equal to this number, we want to, okay, why did I copy that? 1 second. Did I remove from the clipboard? Okay. Okay, if that's the case, I just wanna print out game one. Alright, so I'll just say this. Should have reduced the amount of trash. But wanna make it real life. So, okay, why didn't it print it out? Okay, why didn't this work? Oh, okay, I will need to say dot x, obviously. Duh. Now let's try it. And okay, there we go. So as you can see, it's just checking the ith element. Now that's actually a bit of a problem. So what do we do? We want to check if the entire final trash x is equals to what do you say? Um this huge number. Now how exactly can we do something like that? Because I have absolutely no idea. So one way to do it is we could just now that which would be the bad way to do it is we could just check the score and see if it's 20. Like that wouldn't be that like if I change the amount of trash, I'll also need to change that. But you know what? I think I can't figure it out. So for now I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm just gonna say game win mechanic if the what was it? Trash removed something like that. Yeah, if trash removed equals to 20, I will just say game win. And what was the parameters? Game win something like that. It was like game win font x, game win font y. Yeah. Game win font y. Now let's do this. And okay, why does it look like there is more trash right now? No, it's 20 only. 20. You won. The ocean is clean. There we go. So as you can see, all of the trash is gone, and we also get this game win message, which is exactly what we want. Now, well, obviously we don't want to position it over there. We need to play around with that. So this should be actually, you know what? We just can't spawn it at 0. Maybe that's why. I think this will work. You know what? I think I should reduce the amount of trash in the ocean right now. Cause I literally have to play through. But you know what? I will do it for the seals. I will play through this entire incredibly badly made game again. Alright, so now it's, you know what, you won, the ocean is clean, and I'll just say once again, so the message is kind of long, and I won't have to change the coordinates again. The ocean is clean once again. There we go. Man, I don't want to play through this game again. It's so boring. I wish there was it was more interesting. I wish I was using something like Unity. You won. The ocean is clean once again. Now I just wanna, you know what? I'm just gonna add like 100 pixels to this. I'm gonna spawn it at 100. All right, let's work with this now. Come on. All right, good. Most of the trash is kind of bundled together, so it's incredibly quick. There we go. This is exactly where I want it to be. So now we have the positioning in place, which is awesome. So now what we want to do is, okay, what do we want to do now? Yeah, okay. So we want to actually get like uh, stop the game. So we can just say time dot sleep 1.5 break break, and I can just say import time. We need that obviously. So now we can just say run the program again. We can just do this. Okay, collect all of this trash from the ocean. I should have instead gone to a beach and did this. You know what? Okay, so well, it didn't actually. Okay, that's actually kind of bad. So I don't get it. So, okay, I did this. I did this, which is what we want. And you know what? We can just say, yeah. So we can just say like press Q to quit. We can just say something like if the user presses Q, then we just want it to quit. So we can just say over here, we can just say keys is equals to pygame dot keys dot what was it, get underscore press, something like that. I don't know what was it, get underscore rest, I think it was something like that. And if I just print out keys, let's see what happens. um okay, let's see if some of my code has broken. No, it hasn't. Let's run the program again, see if everything is working. Okay, key okay. Well, okay, I think it was pygame.key.get underscore press, not keys.get underscore pressed. I think it was this. No, I don't want a debugger. Oh, come on. I don't want any debugger. Stop and rerun. Come on, I don't want a debugger. Like right now. Okay, there you go. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what we wanted. Cool. We need key. So now we can just say over here, if key keys is q. Okay, why isn't this unexpected type str, possible types in slice? Okay, well, how do we actually do this? Wait a second, let me look at this. Now I have another good repository for this. I literally have like a million repositories all memorized in terms of where all of this stuff is present. Keys pygame. Okay, so we need to have pygame and that parameter. So we just say pygame dot k underscore q. Dude, what just happened? Constants dot py. I don't want it. All right. So we can just say that if someone has done that, we just want to break out of the code. Let's run this again. Okay, there we go. So now first we need to collect 20 pieces of trash. And the reason why the user can't exit before is because we should clean the ocean. And there you go. Now we press Q and we can get rid of it. Get out of the game. Awesome. That's exactly what we wanted. So now that we have done that, we need to actually implement the timer. So like, there's some sort of a losing mechanic and we don't need time for that. Actually, we will need time for this. Okay. So let's actually Google it up. Create a countdown countdown timer in Pygame countdown timer. Exactly what we want. Huh. In seconds, Pygame dot get tick start ticks calculate how many seconds 8 seconds. Okay, that's literally all he did. Okay. So first let's just get this. And I think I'm just gonna define it over here in the game variables. And I'll just say time. And you know what, let's just print timeout. See what it is. 1066. I don't even understand what 1066 stands for. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, I think I get it. Uh, no, I don't get it. Okay, so we have I think I get it. There we go. So I think it's so from 7 p.m. to 7:23. I think it's telling how many seconds have passed. I think that's correct. So I think it should show something like, what is this thing? 586? I don't even get it. No, no, that's not what it is. How to make a countdown in my what? Like, what do you mean by this ticks? That's the thing. I don't get it. I end up dying to get ticks. Minus start ticks divided by 100. Calculate how many seconds. Divided by 1000. So seconds is this. So there are more than 10 seconds. Okay, I think I get it. So I can just say start time and just use this, and let's just put it in here, and I can just say start time if seconds is less than 10, print whatever. I know that's not what I should be printing for debugging, but you know what, I'm okay with it. Seconds. Okay, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, how much time do we have? 10 is greater than. Oh, okay. Oops. Messed with this. Oops. We need to go and do it like this. Sorry for that. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there we go, we get this. Awesome. That's exactly what we want. So instead of like a countdown timer, we have a count up timer, but I'm literally okay with it. I don't care. Like, everything is working correctly, so I really don't care. So, you know what? Let's not give them 20 seconds. Let's give 1 second for one thing. That would be challenging. So let's just give them 20 seconds to do this. And okay, now this is a bit of a problem. So we wanna split something. Actually, no. I think that. So what I thought initially was maybe we would run into a problem to split it to the screen, but I think we are not gonna run into that. So all I need to do is just define seconds over here as 0. That's literally all I need to do. Rest I think is all correct. I think I'm just gonna put in a globally. I think I will need it. I don't like to have globals, but gotta use them sometime. Like, it's not incredibly bad to use globals. It's not like something. It's not a crime or something. But it's just something that people don't like to use. And you know what? Let's just do this. All right. Now why? Okay. Let's just see if it is running. We are running into any issues related to this. Till that time, let's just play the game. That's surely more than 20 seconds. Let's just add 3 for testing purposes. There we go. Okay, it is working. Maybe 20 seconds is a bit too much. 15. Let's give less than 1 second. I thought 20 seconds would be challenging. Turns out it isn't. Okay, so there we go. So if something like that happens, we wanna print out the game losing font. That you didn't clean the ocean. Very bad. Creating the game losing. Oh, this is the game winning font. Oops. So as you can see, we have written a little bit of code today, like basically, but this is all pretty simple stuff. As you can see, I literally figured it out with you guys. So yeah. So now let's create the game losing font. Creating the game losing font, and it's basically just gonna be these coordinates. Just changing the variable. Instead of game win, we'll just say game. Actually, okay, wait a second. For this one, I'm gonna do is just do this and use some multi-line cursor magic and just make it loose. Awesome. And then we can just do this. Pretty cool, right? This is just some PyCharm magic. Like you can basically do this in any editor. Atom, VS Code. I don't know if you can do it in Vim, but like, yeah. So game lose, and we can just say, uh, you lose, the ocean is still dirty. And over here, where we are checking for the seconds, we can simply just add this game lose, and the parameters are basically just gonna be our game lose font x and game lose font y. Game lose font x and game lose font y. And testing purposes, let's just use phi. Alright, let's run this program now and see if it works. So in 5 seconds it should show up. There you go. You lose, the ocean is still dirty. Awesome. I think we should put in like an emoji or something. You know what? Let's just go edit, emoji and symbols. Let's add an emoji. You know, I kind of, let's see if Pygame can even display an emoji. I'm kind of skeptical that it can't even do that, I guess. It's control. Okay, there we go. And let's just add this emoji. This is the first one. Let's just add it. It can't even do that. It's not even displaying over here. That's kind of bad. I wish it would work. It's okay. Like, it's just an emoji. We can work with this. Alright. And let's add our exclamation marks. So yeah, now we all we need to do is we need to even display this timer, because the guy will be confused. Okay, I'm literally cleaning the ocean. Why did I get this message? So let's add the timer clock. Alright. So I wish I should have created some sort of a function to split this font, because there's a lot of them, and it's kind of not looking that great because I literally am doing all of this by hand. So there's a lot of code repetition, like repetition, which is not that great. So we can just say displaying the timer, and I'm just gonna take this trash removed font and just put it in here, and we will just say timer font and just take this, do this, and do this. And the x in this case will just be with minus 100. Awesome. And this will be timer font y. Here we can just say define timer font render x comma y, and we can simply just take this, put it in here, timer underscore font, timer underscore font. Actually, I can just say timer. We don't even need to use timer dot font. We can just use timer in here, and I'll just say uh, timer, and just add the seconds to it. Now I can simply just take this and draw it to the screen and say timer underscore font x and timer underscore font y, and that's all we need. So let's run this program again and see if it works. Okay, now, well, this time it's showing up kind of out of the screen, so we need to change one of these things. Okay, why is this? Okay, why is my PyCharm lagging? Okay, so we just go with minus 200 for now. And that's exactly what we want. So we hit 5 and this works. Awesome. So now that we have done that, we want to actually tell the person that you have 5 seconds. You don't have, well, not 5, 15 seconds actually. Not 5. 5 would be 5. Like, if a person could do this in 5 seconds, that would be crazy. But obviously, I don't even think that's possible. Because you literally will have to get rid of like 4 trash pieces in what do you say, 1 second, which is close to impossible. So let's actually just make this 15 seconds real quick. So I'll just also make a comment. Creating the countdown timer. Cool. So actually, you know what? I don't want to position it at the top of the loop. I think. Actually, you know what? I think it's okay. Alright. Now that we have got that done, what do we need to do now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because literally, I'm trying to figure out what I need to do now. So all we need to do is we just need to create the main menu state, something like that. So we can do that now. Now that will be a bit tedious, not difficult, but extremely tedious. So let's do it really quickly because I really don't want to procrastinate. As you would have seen, I obviously don't upload a ton these days, so that's why. So I'll just say while running. Now this is a bit of a thing. Okay, so the running equals to will be there, but all of the screen filling is only gonna be there. But yes, I'll just say if game state is equals to what was it, game, then I want to do all of this. So currently there should be no change in the program execution. As you can see, everything is working as it was. So now we can just say over here. Now initially we don't want that to be the case, right? We don't want it to be in the game state. We want it to be in the menu state. So we can just do this, and so as you can see, currently as you can see, it's just the spy game window. Now as you can see, the reason there is actually just one error. So currently what's happening is that it's just a pie game window where you can't even click on that cross button. So we will need to reuse a lot of our code. So over here I'll just say, actually we will just make this an elif, and here I'll just say if game state is equals to menu, I just want to add a little bit of this code. I want to add this code, and I think we are already updating the display, right? Yeah, we are doing it. I think if I just run this again, as you can see now it's showing me teamsies, and I can even get out of it. Alright, awesome. So now we can just write one simple thing again. Come on, why is this lagging so much? we can just say if event dot type is equals to pygame dot key down, pygame dot key down, if event dot key equals to pygame dot k underscore s, s for start. We just want to set the game state to game. So now I can just click on S and it's all working. Okay, now this is a bit of a thing. Okay, so as you could see, that was a cool glitch. That was something that I couldn't have figured out. So as you could see, the second started with 4 instead of 1. The reason being, we are starting the time since we reached the main menu, which is not something that we want to do. So we need to put the start time over here. So we are only starting the time once we start the game, because otherwise we are gonna, like, if some dude is chilling in the main menu, is gonna end up getting that message. Okay, now why isn't this working? And this is causing the timer to not work, which is kind of bad. Maybe we need to give it independent pygame.display.updates. So pygame.display.update. Alright. S. And alright, why isn't this working? Okay, this is a bit of a thing. Okay, wait a second. Let me actually print it out. Print out the start time. See why it isn't working. Print start time. S. Alright, so the start time. Okay, I get it. So what's happening is there are multiple start times, right? So there are multiple seconds. So we only want to get the first start time. We don't want to get all the other start times. Now, how exactly do we do something like that? Just get one single start time. One way to do it, which is the bad way to do it, is I can just say something like over here. I can just say start time list is equals to this. Then I can just say start time, start timer list dot append start time, and then over here I can just say start time list 0. So that's one way to do it, but it's also like not a really good way to do it. Like, it's incredibly hacky, and I'm pretty sure not even performant. So if I click on S, why doesn't it work now? Print seconds. Okay, I think I get it. I think I got it, but not sure. Hey, why is it? Wait a second. What is this? Start time list. Start time list. You know what? I think I'm just gonna get rid of this code for now. It's a bit too hacky. I don't want something like this to be there, so I'm just gonna get rid of this code. For now, let's just focus on the game logic. Make sure that the game logic is all in place. Timers we can implement later on. Okay, this stuff is working. That's all we need. So for now, we can also just not let this timer font. For now, we can just comment it out. So we can click on S to start the game, and it's working. So yeah, now we just want to blit out, click S to start the game. You have 15 seconds. You know what, let's not say 15 seconds from now on. Like right now. So we can just say, now I hate to reuse the code again, but I really don't have any option. So we can just say take this, creating the menu font. So I can just say menu font, take this, add it here, add here, and instead of 100, actually no, that's perfect. All right, so we can just say menu font. Okay, that's okay. And here we can just